continue to this website. You're going to put in your same GUID and password as you use for K-Curve. Alright, and it brings you to the main page. So with this main page, you have a lot of options. You're going to go to the user options. First one is device. Device brings you to the main device page. So as you can see here, this is my extension, 3222. That's my extension. So these are all the different options that I can have for my phone. So if you go to the line settings, this is a really neat feature. It actually allows you to forward calls a number of different ways, and you could do it remotely as long as you have your laptop. So we all know about the call forward all feature, which is listed on all the phones. If you want to have all your calls forwarded to maybe your cell phone or something like that, or another extension, you just hit call forward all, type in the number that you want, hit call forward all again, and then all the calls will be forwarded to another extension. Would you like me to give you a quick demonstration of that?
Yes.
I could do that. Okay, so I know that I'm going to be in another conference room where this phone is located. I'm going to have all my calls forwarded to this phone. So I'm going to say call forward all to 4402. Now, if Colin would be so kind as to dial my extension, 3222, now my call is automatically forwarded to this phone here. So if you can hang up the call. And then whenever I get back to my phone and when I don't want to forward my calls anymore, you just hit call forward all again, you hear the beep, and now it's back to normal. So I could dial 3222. Oops. And now it's back to my phone. So that's a really nice feature. Say you're going to be running to lunch and you want to just have all your calls forwarded to your cell phone. That's a really nice feature. The only downfall is that you have to be at your phone in order to turn it off. So when you want to turn it off, you hit the call forward all button again, it turns it off, and then all your calls will be back to your normal extension. If you're going to be out on the road and you want to have all your calls forwarded to your cell phone, but then when you get to the hotel, you want to have them forwarded to your hotel room phone, then you're going to be in a conference and you want to have them forwarded to the conference phone, you're going to be changing it a lot, this is where you would go. So you have a lot of options here. It says incoming call forwarding. When the line is busy, forward external calls. When the line is busy, forward internal calls. When there's no answer, forward external calls. No answer, forward, and so on. When there's no coverage. So you can have them forwarded directly to voicemail or to a specific number. And you can have different numbers here. So it's a really nice feature. Say you sat down at your hotel, now you know you don't want them going to your phone anymore. You can go in here and type that you want all your calls forwarded to your hotel room phone, etc. and etc. These two features cannot be active at the same time. If you have this active and call forward all active, call forward all will win. So if you have them both active, whatever number that you have listed on call forward all will actually be the number that the calls are forwarded to. If you have all your calls forwarded using call forward all, and then you set something up using this, call forward all override it, and you won't be able to change anything until you get back to your phone and hit call forward all again to take off that feature. So you really want to be sure when you're using call forward all that it won't be for a really long period of time and that you'll be able to get back to your phone if you need to change it. So that's Cisco Mobile Connect, where you can forward any of your calls in a number of different circumstances. There's some other really nice features in here too. We're going to go to the speed dials. So now, this is my favorite feature probably of the phone. You can see I have a number of numbers listed in here that I call frequently. The top three actually are displayed as these hard buttons on your phone right here. So I actually have, you can see I have Dell, and then this is actually a number that I have to punch in when I talk to Dell. So I can just press the button Dell, then I type in those numbers there, and then this is another one that everyone usually frequently calls is PWC help, but you're free to change any of them. So those numbers are actually listed over here, and at any time I can just press the button. So I'm going to hit the PWC help button.
Thank you for calling PricewaterhouseCoopers Support.
So it's a really nice feature. You can just have them hard dialed in there. I can also call Dell or any of the other ones that I have listed there. You only have room for 3 to be actually displayed on the phone, but you can enter in a number of other ones on the bottom here. So I only have about 12, but you can see you have the option of up to 99. So what I have here is I have Landry and Colin, which are my 2 coworkers. I have my father. I have some other numbers here. What's really nice about this is called the abbreviated dial settings. So what I would do is, say I want to talk to Colin. Say I have his extension listed here, but say I wanted to have his cell phone or something. What you really do is you just start to dial whatever speed dial that is. So his is number 5. So I hit 5. As soon as I dial 5, one of these soft buttons is abbreviated dial. So if I hit that, it automatically calls Colin because I have him listed as the abbreviated dial. So that'll work for any of these numbers. Say I wanted to call, Gunnar or Dan's cell phone. I would just type in 11 or 12, and then you can hit the abbreviated dial, and it's sort of like personal speed dials, which is a really nice feature. I find myself using that quite frequently. Some of the other options you have is the personal address book, which is really nice too. It's similar to the one we just created, but the personal address book allows you to access your personal address book from any phone. So this personal address book is tied directly into those speed dials that I had in the other slide. What's really nice about this function is you can actually go into the directory just like you would go into the corporate directory. So corporate directory was number 5, personal directory is actually number 4. So if you hit personal directory, it prompts you to put in your user ID and your PIN. So your user ID is actually your GUID. So mine is mleifer001 because I've done this before. It's actually already populated there. But for first-time users, you want to put in mleifer001 or your respective GUID. And then the PIN is actually 792792, which translates to PWC. So it's the same PIN for everyone. The only thing that changes is the user ID. So if I go down here, my user ID is already populated. I'm going to go into PIN and type in 792, and then hit submit. It actually logs me in, and I can see my personal address book and my personal fast dials from any phone. I actually happen to log in from this phone, but if I were to have done it from another phone, it works the same way. So if you have a lot of numbers that you frequently dial, you can actually access them from any phone, which is a really nice feature. So any questions about Cisco Mobile Connect? No? Okay. So that basically that pretty much finishes the training for today. I hope everyone had the chance to learn something. I have a sign-up sheet here for anyone who would have any questions in the future, or if you would like to have this PowerPoint sent to you for future reference. So one last time, anyone have any questions? No question is too silly. I'll be happy to answer any questions that anyone has. No? Okay, well once again I'd like to thank everyone for attending this training. My name is Michael Leifer and this is Colin Daly. Feel free to contact any one of us if you have any questions, not only regarding the Cisco IP phones, but any questions in general. We'll be happy to help you. And once again, thank you for attending the training.